The news, good evening. A grim 147 new positive cases of COVID-19 have been registered in the country. Most, or 140 of the cases, were recorded on Mahé and 7 others on Pralin. Amongst these positive cases were 28 foreigners. Sadly, a 6th death relating to the virus has also been recorded. This is according to the latest information from the Department of Health.
More contacts of previously positive cases or recently positive cases, and because of that we are picking up new cases. If we were not doing the test, many of these cases would have gone undetected and they would have recovered, but before they recover would have transmitted to many others. So a lot of work is being done to ensure the isolation of all these positive cases. We are using a mixture of facility isolation and home isolation for those with adequate facilities at home or who are more advanced in their infection and close to recovery stage. This is based on assessment. I would like to call on members of the public to continue to observe the public health orders, observe all the preventive measures that are in place that everybody is familiar with now. Avoid public places as much as possible. And if you have to access a public place like a shop or a market for you to buy your provisions, please ensure that you take adequate precautions of sanitizing your hands after touching surfaces, of wearing your face mask properly and not touching your face mask in an inappropriate way, that is touching the front of the mask. And if you have to touch your mask, sanitize your hands first. Avoid crowds. You must, by all means, not visit another household. Stay within your home. And we will continue to implement these measures. Last word on vaccination. We have started giving the second dose of vaccination while we continue with the first dose for Covishield for a certain specific group. It's important that everybody go for the second dose of vaccination when it's their call or when it's due. The second dose does not give you protection immediately. It takes at least 2 weeks for you to get the full protection. So everybody must continue to observe these measures. And finally, as we go out, treat everybody around you as a potential source of infection.
The administration of the second doses of the Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine for health and essential workers has kicked off today. Altogether, 4 vaccination stations at the Anse Royal Community Centre, the International Conference Centre, and 2 at the Seychelles Hospital are giving out the vaccines. Today, some 1,250 clients received their first doses. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th of January were due to have their second round. The nurses in charge of the centres, as well as people who went there, claim that the process for this round is much faster, though the turnout made it slow in certain stations. After this round, participants are also receiving their COVID-19 vaccination card.
The process is fast. Since yesterday, we've prepared ourselves for the staff who's coming today. And once they come, they don't wait a long time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then they go inside to sort out their consent and then to get their vaccine. So we don't see a queue outside. We haven't had anybody with side effect. Maybe some malaise, which is normal after vaccination, fever, body ache after vaccination, which is normal. No big side effects since we're giving.
Compared to the first vaccine, it's going very slow, I would say. And those people, they are coming, the ones who are supposed to come, but they are taking their time. Most people we've seen here, it's the health workers, but we've seen a few people coming in from the other essential services. I will tell others who hasn't come yet, please do come, do not wait at the last minute.
And at the end of the day, only 947 people less than half of those targeted turned out at the different stations. Tomorrow it will be the turn of clients who were vaccinated on the 14th of January. However, those who did not make it today are also encouraged to go. The Principal Secretary for Tertiary Education, Dr. Linda Barallon, says that the ministry is satisfied with the way the virtual teaching is going on until now. Many schools, primary and secondary and professional centers have been using different platforms to get their lessons to students. This includes WhatsApp, Facebook, email, Google Classroom, and Microsoft Teams, amongst others. In a press conference, Dr. Barallon stressed on the need for teachers to report to school, even just for a few hours, to prepare their lessons and meet with parents or students who do not have the technology to follow lessons online.
We are pleased and we pray that this continue and that the school maintains the contact with their learners, especially the most vulnerable ones who may not have internet, may not have a mobile, may not have a laptop. They will need the print-based material. So we have to support those schools to better support their students. Those who are going online through Microsoft Teams, Microsoft 365, who have the education management system, who is using WhatsApp, we encourage the student to please engage. Go on your platform, meet with your lecturers, work, and parents at home. We thank you, those who are really monitoring, supporting the students, and we encourage them that they really create that nurturing, productive environment at home for the students to do well, to continue. So the aim is providing this opportunity for learning as much as possible, not to be disrupted.
And with this, we come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. Please follow the public health orders. Have a very pleasant evening.